Don't worry, I got it. Well, if it's your responsibility, you should be here. He's been waiting patiently. You're the one who set the new 10 p.m. bedtime, so... I know, Fred. I'm working on it, buddy. I'm a little annoyed that you set the 10 p.m. bedtime and you're not doing things according to schedule when we have it written on the whiteboard 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. So you can have all of the excuses you want, Aaron. I'm going to do it right now because I have to give him Flovent. Okay, you forgot. That's fine. You can forget, and I'm going to feed him. I know, Fred. I'm working, bud. Alright, you ready to get Flovented? Oh, I'm sorry. My hair's dripping right on you, bud. I'm sorry. Oh boy, what a mess. What a mess! I made a mess on the floor, and you're stepping in my water. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bud. Let's clean that up. Yes. I clean. I clean. Okay. Now, we load. Did you throw your Flovent away? So I wouldn't find it? Aaron, do you remember putting his Flovent away? Okay. No, I found it. We can continue this passive-aggressive energy, or we can stop it. Okay. Okay. Fred, you ready, buddy? Oh, you're cute. All right. I sit. You sit. We both sit. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Can we come back for more after I squeeze my hair out? That was 3, buddy. We need a few more. I know, bud. Come back. 4, 5, 6. Yes, you're doing great. 7. One more. One more. One more. Can we do one more? One more. Okay. Very good, Fred. Proud of you, bud. Okie dokies. Hello. I don't know if the medicine stays in the chamber that long, but you know, whatever is in there is in there. We are both doing our best. I don't know how medicine works. I'm a noob at this, and so I'm hoping that the medicine stays in there, but maybe it doesn't. Maybe it evaporates. But maybe he'll get used to it a little bit more and more over time, and he'll run away less, and we can finally get more medicine while the medicine is still in the chamber to him. Oh, Parasite, yes. What a movie. Fred was so patient. He sat on this counter. Lights off, nobody was in here. He just sat here for basically the past 2 hours waiting to get fed. He's such a patient boy. Has anyone seen Burning? If you like Korean movies, I loved Burning. And Burning was directed by a, I think Burning was directed by the same, yes. Burning was directed by the same person who directed Poetry, which was, I think, a movie released in like maybe 2010. And it's a very rough movie, but it's a very beautiful movie. Like, the subject matter is very heavy, but it's shot so elegantly and eloquently and very poetic, as fits the name. And he's a director who did not go to film school, so he's entirely self-taught. And I love his style. It's so naturalistic and so... Is elegiac the right word? It feels like an elegy. It feels like we're constantly mourning something and we're not sure what. And it's just very beautiful in that way, where you missed something and you feel like you're searching for it, but a part of you has also already relinquished hope in a very beautiful but sad way. I don't know, it's very melancholic. So I do like his movies quite a bit. How's everyone doing on this beautiful Monday night? I haven't seen Train to Busan, but maybe I should. Just not into the zombie movie category, but sounds like great. Sounds like a great movie. I'm gonna get Fred some more dry food. Soaking. So, BRB. Freddo, you're making a mess, buddy. A mess. A goddamn mess, girl. Here, let me give you some more food. Let's go look at Fred. We're here to watch you eat, Freddo. exploitation? Whoops. Well, you know, he's gotta pay his dues somehow, you know? Ooh, Dell, what color are you dyeing your hair? Jenna, Fred is so happy to give you your vicarious cat existence. Nadine, I didn't take my vitamins today. Thank you. I have to find my vitamins. I don't remember where they are. My kitchen has once again descended into a mess because I honestly have not stopped shooting videos since last Monday. Of course, I brought this onto myself by shooting over the weekend, but such is my life. But I found my vitamins. Thank you so much for the reminder. 1C and 1D. Are folks in the chat pro or con raw garlic in salad dressings?
I'm always pro raw garlic.
Yeah, but you're not in the chat, Aaron.
Okay.
I only asked folks in the chat. Whoa, so many pros. Yes, absolutely graded. Absolutely. I did finish Budget Eats. Indeed. There has not been a con for mashed potatoes. That's intriguing. Wow. Melody, what? Girl, what? Nuh-uh. You got to be kidding me. Can I just say though, I don't think I'm gonna put garlic in this dressing because I'm already putting mint in it. And is it just me or does raw garlic and mint not really go together? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with mint only. Rather have garlic than mint. Okay, very mixed opinions on that. Yeah, I don't do anything else but play with hearts, you know, so. It's true I already have greens in the salad, but I'm in love with mint, guys, and I bought mint. I really want mint in this sauce. It's gonna be a mint mayo yogurt sauce. How about this? I'll save the raw garlic until the very end and we'll see if putting in a little bit works. It's gonna be a weird sauce, guys. We're just gonna play it by by ear a little bit, okay? Just, we're experimenting right now. We're gonna have a little fun. I'm also potentially adding in some Dijon and honey. Haven't decided yet. It's gonna be weird. That's all I can say. I've reached that point in my life where I'm like, you gotta go weird. We got demonetized. One of my videos got partially demonetized a while back. I don't remember right now which one it was. Oh, it was the bagel one. So if you look through my thumbnails, it was the bagel one. And we mentioned some political stuff regarding Israel and Palestine, and I got partially demonetized. And ever since then, my ad revenue has like decreased in half. So I believe in the month of May, we made something like 13 or 1400 in ad revenue. Probably 40+% of it will be taxed. So that's like not a small amount over a month. But this month so far in June, which has already passed 2 weeks, so we're halfway through June, I have raked in about 300 something in ad revenue. So we are not tracking. If we followed May's revenue, right now we should be somewhere along like $600 to $700, and now we are at 300 something bucks. So we are we got cut in half, and I don't think the views have really gone down, and if anything, I think my subscribers have gone up. So I'm pretty sure that it's just like a lot of advertisers pulled their ads from this channel because they're like, oh, it's not safe because she talks politics. So that's just the landscape. Jess, I did take a whole week off, except that was in May. So even with a whole week off in May, we made like 1,400 for the month of May. Right now in June, we've made 300 something. So just to give you guys very clear narratives of how YouTube demonetizes things. Again, I'm not aching for money. I just think it's a very interesting experiment to see what happens when you talk stuff that's unsafe for monetization on these platforms, and it's very, very interesting to see how they dock ya. You know, because freedom of speech, it ain't free, buddies. You gotta pay for it. Yeah, we have a little less peanut butter money, and Fred is going to have to go on OnlyFreds. He's gonna go on OnlyFreds. We have not been partially demonetized since that episode of the live. However, my ad revenue is still down, which means they're just not giving me ads anymore, I think. So, that's where that is. I don't think I get to pick my ad content, no. I don't. If I do get that choice, I've never known about it. So if anybody else knows about YouTube ad choices, let me know, but I never get to pick. Okay, so this dressing is going to be 1 part mayo, a little over 1 part Greek yogurt, maybe some Dijon, maybe some honey, and then some mint, some lemon, some black pepper, and some kosher salt. So pretty simple. I think the lemon and the mint go really well. I think they'll both do a lot to like decrease the fattiness of, oh, I'm out of black pepper. No. Where my black pepper at? I think the mint and the lemon will be great together. Linda, no garlic yet. Have you tried a vegan plant-based mayo that I would recommend? No, I'm sorry. I tried Sir Kensington's vegan mayo. It was just not good. I would not spend my money on it. I would say just go with like coconut cream, maybe, or like a soy milk based. The only non-dairy yogurt I've ever liked was soy based. Oh, this is very unsafe. Are you done, Freddo? You're done, buddy? You sure? There's a nugget on there. Okay. You know what? Sorry, I'm back. What did I miss? Netanyahu is out of office. Does anyone know anything about the people taking over? Aaron actually just showed me a picture of the new Prime Minister of Israel. Apparently he's okay with killing Arabs. Non-discriminately, I don't know. I don't really know the context, but it does not sound like he's a nice guy. He kind of has a scar on his face that reminds me of that evil villain from Austin Powers. It's like very appropriately placed scar. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. How many good politicians do we have anywhere? They just get more disappointing as the days go on. Fred, why are humans so disappointing? You know? Why they gotta be this way? Fred is just cleaning himself. Bernie's alright, that's why he can't ever get elected as president. Too good. I'll give him a chance. Why not? We have to give him a chance, right? It's not like I have any choice in the matter. All right. Oh. Feeling very angry, you know? I feel like I would be as angry as Bernie is, and I feel like a lot of the people who are quote-unquote Democrats who say they can't support or vote for Bernie always says something about how he's so ornery and how he's so angry and how he's just not fitting to be president. And I'm like, yeah? And Biden is? Ugh. Guys, I can't do this anymore. We're gonna drink some whey, because it's good for you. Cheers. Yay, Amy, I'm so happy for you. What's everyone drinking? It's Monday, I think we all need a drink. I scooped too much, so I'm gonna eat it. Yum. God, Kippy mayo is so delicious. I'm trying to make a slightly healthier dressing, so I'm gonna go a little bit less on the mayo. And we're gonna do a little bit of Dijon. A little bit of honey. Woo! Fred! I was looking for you, bud, and you were right behind me. Scary. You a scary man. Oh, you're so tight on the window. You can fit? You can fit there? If you knock one of my plants over, I might have to kill you. JK, I won't, but I will curse at you and maybe be very angry for 10 minutes. Hi, this is hot. You don't want to come here, bud. It's hot. Del, how come your life is the coolest? A birthday party for a dog? Are you gonna bring a present? Are you offering your dog Charlie up to be a present for the other dog, for their birthday dog? That's pretty fucked. I don't know, is the stream dropping for anyone? Let me know. I don't know what's happening half the time in life. Yes, that's true. Your present is your presence. Correct? Putting in some salt and pepper. And then we're gonna taste it before the mint goes in. Oh, that's a lot of pepper. Oh shit. Whoops. It's okay. It'll be fine. This is why we test things, folks. So we can whoops off screen instead of on screen. Except this is on screen too, never mind. Really did myself in there. So this is no garlic and no mint. Just some mayo, some yogurt, some lemon juice, lemon zest, Dijon mustard, black pepper, and kosher salt. And we're gonna give it a swishy swish, and we're gonna give it a tasty taste. This looks pretty damn good. I like this amount too. I think this is gonna be a salad with like 2 zucchinis in it and a can of chickpeas is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna make some pickled shallots for the salad too. So it'll be like raw zucchini, which I think I will be kind of sprinkling some salt over to draw some water out first. And then we'll make the pickled shallots so they can sit. And we'll drain the chickpeas, rinse the chickpeas, and then just throw the dressing together and pour it all over on top. And yeah, I was assigned to do a zucchini salad, and I actually hate raw zucchini, but I also think that zucchini salad is perfect for the summer because zucchinis are so in season in the summer, and nobody wants to turn on their heat in terms of stove or baking, so no roasting, no stir frying, just raw zucchini. And I actually tasted it before and after the salting. I did it earlier today, and it tastes so much better after you salt it. So I don't know if I'm zucchini circles or ribbons. I asked Instagram, and it turns out a lot of people like ribbons, but I kind of just want to cut them into rounds and then quarter those rounds. Like, I want little tiny miniature watermelon slice shapes, like little circular triangles. But anyway, here's the dressing. We're going to taste it. Well, I'm going to taste it. You're going to watch me taste it. I like it. I think this is going to be great to, for some mint. And I don't think I want garlic, guys. I know, but I don't think I want garlic. It's going to be delicious. I'm a fan of my own work. Okay. Check this out, guys. I got such good mint from the farmer's market. I'm so freaking happy. First of all, buying herbs at the farmer's market, not that much more expensive actually, because I bought some oregano because the farmer's market didn't have it from my regular grocery store. It not only came packaged in plastic, I got less than this amount for $2 also. So it smells so good and minty, and it doesn't like look like supermarket mint exactly. It looks a little bit more wild, but man, I think it's just like regular mint, Talu. They had like 4 different kinds of mint, and I was like, I'll just go regular. Farmer's market is where it's at, guys. No plastic either. You gots to do it. Alright, we're gonna go heavy with a 1/4 cup of packed mint. If I can find my 1/4 cup measure. Where are you? Okay, I can't find my 1/4 cup measure, but I have another 1/4 cup. I'm gonna save the smaller leaves because they're very cute and we could use them for other stuff, like, well, nothing at all. Maybe decorating something. But the bigger leaves will be easier to chiffonade together. And the smaller leaves can just coexist in nothingness while I figure out what to do with them.
I'm not. It is a brand. So not only my last game, I wasn't really expecting to see it, but weird that it was really just bland.
That's really fibrous. Sorry, I'm gonna spit it out. I'll do it away from you so you don't have to see it. It tastes like mint, but like very fibrous and tough and kind of like hairy tasting. You know what I mean by hairy tasting? I think you know. It's a little bit bitter too.
Yeah. That should be the trail.
So pretty. So I'm gonna call that like a packed quarter cup of mint. Then I'm gonna dump it out. Fred is joining us yet again. Hello, Fred. Hi, buddy. I'm going to stack the leaves because if I'm lazy about this step, the rest of the chop is going to be much more tedious. Hi, are you smelling the garbage because you smell that delicious bacon package? Oh, I know, you're so good. You're not going into it because I almost sprayed you with a water bottle and you scampered. You were terrified. So we've made like a little neat book. I'm gonna roll it up like a cigar, a fat stack. Just go tiny little ribbons. Why am I such a mess? Everything's falling all over the place. Here we go. All right, ribbons one way, and then I'm gonna turn the board 90 degrees, and we'll just give it a rough little chop the other way. Wow, that's a loud bus. Yeah, are you pooping? Is that why you're meowing? Yeah, a sprinkling of mint. Uh-huh, I hear you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use half of this first. Yeah, I know, buddy. Pooping is great. I'm so happy for you. And that honestly looks like plenty to me, so we'll stir it in. We'll let it marinate for a little while so that the flavors can kind of leach into the sauce. But that looks like a good amount. So maybe we don't need a quarter cup. Maybe we just need like 2 tablespoons. You know? But has anyone been following my Instagram stories on asexuality? I have so many question box responses to that inquiry. I've never seen so many responses before. Even the question that I posed like half a day later about like stopping Asian hate, a lot of people wrote in too, but not as much as the asexuality ones. So I'm very fascinated because I feel like almost nobody ever talks about asexuality, and I was kind of pleasantly surprised to see so many responses come in. And I want to taste this now. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. Yo. That's delicious, folks. I almost don't want to... Okay, guys. Need your help. That's why you're here. We got a nice sauce. Do we add the rest of the mint that we chopped up? Do we? Do we? Do we? Do we? Do we? Do we? Do? Do we? Do we? Really? No. Wow, so many no's. So many no's. When did you realize you were asexual? Yeah, well, this is just a test, guys. I have to make another one on camera tomorrow. I'm gonna add it because now that we know that it already tastes great with just that amount, I know in my heart that we can always fall back to that amount, and this is just for experimentation now. So I'll give you feedback. Hi, Fred. Regarding asexuality, I always had like crushes growing up, but never had any like sexual fantasy. So when I went to college and people were talking about how so and so is so hot and so is so sexy that they just want to jump their bones, and I was like, huh, really? How so? What is? And I just never felt that way about anybody. And at that point, I was like, you know, lots of people called me like a prude or whatever, and I just got used to the idea that I was raised by pretty like conservative Chinese parents, and therefore was taught to not, and they were also Christian, so you know, I was kind of brought up, ooh, my phone's falling out. I was kind of brought up with the idea that like premarital sex is a no-no, and so in a lot of ways I was kind of prudish, so I didn't think very much of it. But as I got older, I just really like, I had a huge crush on a dude in college and was really excited to like talk to him about it, and he apparently liked me too, so we hung out and we cuddled and then we kissed, and I was like, no, don't like it. And to this day I don't like being kissed. I think it's like wet and sloppy, and it feels like you're fishing with your mouth and tongue, and I'm just not. It doesn't do anything for me. Like, it doesn't excite me sexually or anything like that. And regarding sex, it's not that I don't ever have a desire for sex, but it's almost like I have a desire for fantasizing about sex. And again, I'm just going to say the disclaimer here that not everyone who's on the asexual spectrum experiences this the same way. There is a whole array of attraction to you know, the idea of sex, or attraction to actual sex, or just like complete sex repulsed. There's just a host of differences. And for me, I find that the fantasy and the idea of sex is very attractive, because I think for me, sex comes with it a feeling of being in love and a feeling of being intimate physically with someone that I trust and know and enjoy being with. It's not so much the sexual act itself that gets me excited, but it's more of like the idea of being so close to someone that I feel comfortable enough to be with them in that physical proximity. That it's that idea of closeness that attracts me to it. So like thinking about sex is almost like a stand-in for trust, for finding connection. And so I will like fantasize about having sexual relationships, but most of the time I'm not really actually into sex when it happens. So that's just my experience with it. I've only had, does the idea of closeness encompass all genders for you? Like attraction? Are you talking about attraction? If you're talking about attraction, I've never really had a crush on women in real life, but I've had crushes on female celebrities. So I don't know. I'm probably more straight than bi, if we were gonna talk in that kind of duality, but I wish I were bi. That would open a lot of possibilities for me. I almost never kiss. It just doesn't, it feels so awkward. It feels so awkward. And a very interesting discussion popped up on the Instagram stories regarding asexuality about how trauma past trauma, whether it be sexual trauma or otherwise, and health issues like physical health issues can affect someone in being asexual. And I think, of course, it can, but I think also we shouldn't think of all asexual people or people on the asexual spectrum as being traumatized or being ill in some way that leads them to be asexual. I think it's just like everything in life, all parts of our identity is affected by all parts of our experiences and our lived experiences. So let's not, you know, stigmatize asexuality with, oh, she or he or they are traumatized and therefore that's why they're asexual. I don't think that's it. But I do think for me, I will just speak personally for me, I'm not speaking for anyone else who identifies on the ace spectrum, that I do find sex a lot easier, less awkward, and more organic when I'm high. So I do feel like there is a psychological component to it for me, because obviously when I'm in an altered state of mind, it feels more like a language that I can communicate in. Whereas if I'm sober, sex really does feel like a foreign language to me. Like I don't understand it. I don't know how to move in it. I don't know how to read people with it. I don't know how to speak it. None of it is easy for me. So, yeah, I mean, Dylan, whenever you feel safe, you can type it. I'll answer it. I'll basically answer anything. I feel like if there's a need for discussion or want to address some topics, then we should address it. And why not? And again, this is just like my own experience, so I can't speak for anyone else, but I do feel like my asexual identity has somewhat shifted over the years, especially with experience, being in a relationship, going through, learning about myself, because you do learn about yourself. And it's okay to change. Like, it's okay that you're not staying the same, and you're not fake, and you didn't have a fake sexual orientation, or, you know, you didn't mistake your identity. It's just we change as people. And so sometimes when I first started, you know, I felt like I was asexual, and then I went through a phase where I found myself attracted to people sexually, and I was like, okay, I'm a demisexual. And demisexuals are people who develop a sexual attraction to people when they develop a certain emotional bond and level of trust. And that's fine too. You can fluctuate. I don't think anybody needs to be policing others or themselves, especially not themselves, about who they are. Just be open to change. Maybe one day I'll be an allosexual. Maybe one day I'll have a girlfriend, and then my mom will really freak out. Oh man, can't wait for that day to come. Okay, double the mint. It smells so fresh. It almost smells like a lemon cucumber water. It's really good with double the mint, guys. I really like it with double the mint. We're going with double the mint. This is gonna be so good with chickpeas and raw zucchini and pickled shallots. I can already taste it. Wow. Delightful. Thank you so much for testing this recipe of dressing with me. I love it so much. Yeah, so I'll repeat the recipe in this bowl. I feel like this is about a half cup of dressing, 2 tablespoons of mayo, a 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt, 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1 teaspoon honey, a 1/4 cup of packed mint leaves, chopped really fine, or you can food process it if you want. The juice and zest of a quarter of a lemon, half a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, and half a teaspoon of kosher salt. Wow. It's so tangy and a little bit like prickly salty. Very nicely spiced. I'm just eating spoonfuls of dressing. Don't mind me. It would be really good with roast potatoes. Absolutely. Yeah. Can you add more lemon? A quarter is so little. Austin, you can do whatever you want, babe. You add more to yours. Report back. Tell me if you love it. There is a nice little like acidity that pulls back. It kind of, a quarter of a lemon is about a tablespoon of juice. It just reaches into the tartness and the creaminess of the yogurt, and then it curves back. It doesn't like fall off the cliff of, ooh, this is vinegary. So. I was talking with someone, Melissa, about labels, and somebody had written into me after seeing some of the stories about asexuality, and she was like, I have been wondering about my own sexuality and whether or not I'm asexual. And she kind of, I don't know if she was, but she read like she was a little bit stressed about the identity to me. And I was like, I've been there. I've also wondered if I'm authentically asexual, if I was just inexperienced, or if I was actually traumatized and I didn't know, and if it's just all like a psychological bundle of nerves. And at the end of the day, what I said to her was, identities and labels are there to help you, and you only use them if they help you in some way to navigate who you are in this current moment. And if they don't really serve you, then you don't need to use them. Labels should free you in some way, or should lubricate the friction that you feel in life. That was not a sexual pun, guys, truly. Because there is so much friction in our lives, and there is so much doubt in our lives, and anything you can do to alleviate yourself of that friction is great. And if labels are one way you can do that, by saying, hey, this is who I am, and here's this description, and I think it fits me rather well, then go ahead and use it. But if you're not sure, then you don't have to be. You just have to be whatever you feel. And sometimes we don't have a word to describe perfectly how we feel, and we don't have a word to describe perfectly who we are, and that's also okay. It might be really stressful to not have a word to perfectly describe what you are and who you are, but also that just means that you'll have to take a little more time with yourself and think about who it is that you are, because we just haven't found the word to describe it yet. Maybe you'll just have to invent a new word. That's how all these words came about, right? Somebody was like, none of these things fit me. Let me try something else. It's like, you don't see what you want to eat on the dinner menu, then you go and make your own dinner. And damn it, sometimes your own dinner is way better than what's on the menu already. So, Nancy, I think it would be good with dill. Yeah, totally. I also thought I didn't like mint, and then I ended up using mint in the last Budget Eats, and I was like, damn, I like mint now. See, I'm a changed person. When I was a kid, my mom used to force feed me nuts, and now I'm like nut crazy. Like, I will eat almost any nuts except macadamia nuts and Brazil nuts. Tastes great. I love it. I'm eating it off of a spoon. Hello, Lena. Brazil and macadamia are very fatty to me. they're like fattier than hazelnuts, and hazelnuts is like the borderline of how fatty I like my nuts to be. I like my nuts to be a little nuttier and less fatty. So I really like peanuts, almonds. Cashews are pretty fatty, but I love how sweet and creamy cashews are, and cashews are also fantastic in a lot of vegan dishes as well. Walnuts are like, I like it in some applications, but not always. Pecans are delicious. Pecans are so fatty sometimes, but they're also so sweet and nutty once they're toasted, so it's amazing. Pine nuts my mom really likes. They're so expensive. I don't like them. They leave a little bit of like a astringent film on my tongue and taste buds. Not a fan. Oh yeah, the brittle. I ate so much of the brittle. I made some brittle. It has pistachios, hazelnuts, almonds, black sesame seeds, white sesame seeds. Yay, Trisha! They're pretty good. Yeah, I used the pistachios that Erin brought back from Turkey. That was really good. Yum. Tahini paste, use it in dressing. Spread it on toast with a little bit of honey. Bake some banana bread with it. You want more ideas? The brittle is held together by a hardened caramel mixture of sugar, water, corn syrup, honey, vanilla, butter, salt, and a slight bit of baking soda. Does anyone have the answer to Melody's question? I tried to use only honey and no corn syrup, and it didn't really harden the right way. So I do recommend corn syrup for a lot of candy making. I feel like pansexuality includes attraction to genderqueer people, right? And I don't know if bisexuality includes that, does it? I'm also not very well versed in a lot of these LGBTQ terms. I'm not myself very familiar with the other orientations or identities, so. Of course it affects your relationship if you're asexual. It causes a lot of sexual incompatibility between you and your potential allosexual partners. That's just something that you have to navigate. Yeah, I agree. My understanding is aligned with Sabrina's. Pan is more inclusive, and bi enforces societal construct of the binary between male and female genders. But Ashley says bi includes genderqueer for some. So I do feel like a lot of these terms are kind of like slidey. And again, yes, a lot of them are very confusing. And yes, I feel like different people have different understandings and takes of it. So, binary means there's two poles of definition. So gender in mainstream unwoke thought is a binary concept because it has male and female. Binaries can also include good and bad, rich and poor, So anything that is defined by two extreme poles is a binary. Yeah, isn't it great that we can talk about things that we never really had vocabulary for before? Hi, Fred. Buddy, do you want to talk about genders? Hi. What do you think?
Fred's gender is cat.
Are you bi? Are you attracted to male kitties and female kitties? Or are you genderqueer and you're like, I don't give a fuck? Fuck gender.
This has been smelling excellent from the other room for so long.
Well, you didn't have dinner.
What is it?
It's a sauce.
Nice.
A dressing sauce.
With mint?
Yes.
Excellent.
Hi. Hi, kitty.
Hello, smiley bead. There's no drip today. I'm just wearing what's the word that people invented for workout clothes?
Athletic wear?
Athleisure. That's it. I'm wearing athleisure. That's all. It is me, Linda, lady who usually types in all caps. Hi. Also, good night, everyone. I've been going to bed at 10 recently.
Good night, Aaron. Did you fall asleep at 10?
Roughly.
You're a furry boy. Can I finish washing
Yes,
my
I'm
hands?
sorry. I was like out of my mind. I can't pay attention to anything right now.
Okay, alright.
In
I mean,
trance.
Kelly, you might as well be. Who's to say you aren't? This is Fred food that I mix with water and I just mash it up so that it's easier for him to eat. He can't really chew the dry food as well, so I just water it down for him. And so I let it soak in boiling water for half an hour to an hour until it's mushable. And then I mush it and I put it in the fridge. What conversations do you find the most boring? I find surface level shit really fucking boring. I find people asking me how I'm doing really fucking boring. I hate it when people just are afraid to go into actual content. Tell me what's on your mind. It's like, why are you wasting my time and yours with pleasantries? We don't need that anymore. I hate talking about celebrities. Who gives a shit? Let them live their lives. I keep getting Google News alerts about like Ben Affleck and J-Lo getting back together, and I'm like, I don't fucking care. I care less about that than I care about like vegan cheese alternatives, you know?
How much do you care about the
I care like a 4 out of 10 about vegan cheese alternatives, and I care like a 0.2 for Benlo. Would I be comfortable on my own for the rest of my life? I think I would be very lonely, but like on my own, like I can't date? What does it mean to be on my own? Does it just mean that I'm not in a committed relationship? Hi, can you get off, please? Thank you. You smell the food? Here, you can have a little. Do you like mushies? I think if I had to not have a committed relationship, I would be really lonely for the most part. I would like to be in long-term relationships, but maybe like poly long-term relationships if that's an option. I wouldn't be sad if... Sorry guys, I'm putting back my black pepper. Oh god. No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Oh my god. Everything's falling. Oh, that was close. That was a close call. Sorry, I'll do that later. What is 重息? I think I would be happier if I could have like several long-term relationships going that are like not as intensely monogamously committed. That would be nice. I would like to have closeness. It doesn't have to be with one person. I would just like to have people to turn to, and I mean, yeah, having really good friends, Lori. I mean, there was a period of my life where I truly didn't understand what it meant as an asexual identifying person to have a romantic relationship partner versus having a really nice reliable best friend, you know? So I'm still figuring that out, but I think it depends on the person that you're in whatever friendship / relationship with, you know? If that person is someone who is monogamous leaning, who desires more out of a romantic relationship than you do, and who expects a lot more futures than you do, I feel like that's when things get hairy and tricky, and you probably either have to part ways if what you two want are very different, or you have to work some alternative arrangement out. Oh, 粽子. Yes, I love 粽子, but I didn't buy any or have any. like it, Fred? Whoop! That's a nice sound. I wish it would echo a little bit longer though. So it sounds different when you hit it with the plastic part versus the metal part. What you doing, Fred? Looking at me? What you doing? What do you want? You want a plastic bag? What a silly cat. What a silly cat. What? I'm buttoned wrong? Whoops. That's too bad. I didn't know that. Hi, what are you playing with? Hi. What you looking at? He's staring at me and I don't know what he wants. It's kind of creepy. Fred, you're being kind of creepy right now. Just a little bit. Oh, here comes the zoomies. There you go. What do you do if you really didn't want to buy Goya, but they are literally the only brand available on the shelves? Like everywhere. I don't live near a Whole Foods, so I don't have bougie ass brands. All of the normal supermarkets that are near me only carry Goya. peel the label off? Okay. It's a great idea, guys. This is a great idea. Even though Delish literally just sold an ad to Goya right next to my recipe in our last quarterly. I'm using it tomorrow, guys. I'm using it tomorrow. Don't worry about it. It will be used. I'll just be like, you need a can of chickpeas, unlabeled. It won't be confusing to the viewers at all. Hi, Fred. Oh, okay. Bye, Fred. So did you poop yet, Fred? Did you poop or are you looking to poop? So no poop yet. You're about to poop. I can see it in your eyeballs. I can tell when he's about to poop. He gets this crazed eyeball look. The pupils dilate. It's like his insides are trying to push that little turd out. And he just sprints everywhere like a madman. Why are you being so creepster? Wow. Do you see him in the corner of the door frame there? Creeps. Good night, Stephanie. Do you want to play, Fred? Is chat right? Do you want to play? I'll play with you, Fred. You want to play? You want to play? Do you want to play? Okay. A mousy mouse. Yes. Wow. Reel you in. Let me reel you in. Wow. A handsome hunter has arrived. Honestly. Wow. Freddo. You make my heart sing. Oh, Fred. So Goya came out as like Trump supporters last summer in the height of BLM. Everybody was like, cancel Goya. So that's how Goya came to be canceled. Oh, and they are also very anti-union. They've like union busted very hard. So that's even worse, honestly. It's one thing if you support a dumbass, but it's another if you actively work against your workers organizing for worker power. Then you are just literally a shit human. I want a PB&J. Hi. Are you done playing? Do you still want to play? I'm tired. I think I'm gonna brush my teeth and go to sleep, Fred. Unless you're gonna give me a little more action here, huh? Like, a little more furious, please. Ashley, you should make your own crackers. Are those like the water crackers that you're talking crackers one day on live. What do you think? I eat peanut butter with bananas. I don't really eat it with, oh, there you are. I don't really eat it with jam. Okay, I've never made water crackers before, so we'll have to look up a recipe and then maybe we can make one on a live. I like simple crackers, so I feel like we should make one. Maybe when it's not so hot anymore. Wait, water cracker making is so hard? What's so hard about it? It seems like a simple cracker. Yeah, I mean, the fact that Goya is still in business and basically has a monopoly on the canned bean market means that the cancel culture didn't really do much to hurt their bottom line, right? So cancel culture is pretty innocuous and useless. For the most part, cancel culture is most famous for ruining randos' lives on the internet without really affecting systemic or systematic change on any really sustainable level. So cancel culture is pretty darn useless, and it targets all the wrong things. It serves to punish individuals when it's the whole system that we need to change. Okay, Fred, I guess you are done. Are you done? You seem done. Okay, we're gonna roll our water crackers very thin and evenly, and we're gonna bake it to the perfect crispiness and dehydrated state for the right texture. It's been a while since I've had a water cracker. I myself am a saltine girl. I feel like saltines turn into mush much better than water crackers do. But I still, if it's flour baked into shit, I like it. Oh. Ooh. Oh man, Mama Mantra, you missed all of it. You missed all of it. You also missed my mint sauce, and yes, we did end up using a 1/4 cup of mint. Oyster crackers are also so good, but those are way too tedious to make. Tiny, tiny crackers. No, I don't think Biden has messed up more than Trump. Nobody can mess up more than Trump. Honestly, Trump was a train wreck of a human being. Not even speaking about him as a president. I am thankful that we had Trump as a president, not because I support his shit politics, but just because he made a lot of the bad shit that goes down in our government transparent. Because he was so bad at being a politician that we finally got to see in real time all the stuff that is usually hidden from us that ruin lives and legislations that get passed, both domestically and international policies, that we normally don't pay attention to because things go on as normal. But because Trump was a shit show, he actually gave us a very clear glance into some of the horrendous routines that the government goes through. So, you know, it was a huge learning opportunity for all of America to like actually see what fucked up shit the White House puts out. So, and let's be honest, like if we've seen Biden give a speech in the past couple of years, I think it's pretty obvious that Biden is not the one running the show. So the DNC nominated him and threw their power behind him for a reason. Yes, Maria, we made our sauce. And we are about to end this live because Aaron is in bed and trying to sleep, and I am also getting sleepy. So I'm gonna brush my teeth and hope my cavity doesn't get worse before my dentist appointment on Friday, at which point I hope he fills the shit into this cavity so that I don't have more pain coming in. Oh, I think Fred pooped. I'm gonna go scoop his poop, And I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. Yes, meow, I hear you, Master. Good night. Let's talk about more shit next.